What's up, people? This is Trey Cam 12, and this is Trey's Point of View number 30. I'm here. I got a great list of topics, and I have three brand new special guests on the show. Introduced first, all the way from the land down under, Mr. Richard Whitworth.
Hello.
And all the way from, I don't know where this guy's from, but Justin Waters, Rudra Strife.
Sup?
And the man that is responsible for this first ever live edition of Trey's Point of View, Mr. Mike Muncie.
What's up?
All right, people. How's everybody's day today?
Yeah, alright. I've only been up for a couple of hours.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and start with the show. This is Trey's Point of View number 30. As I said, first ever live edition. I'm so excited. And Mr. Quinn Allen is here as well. He'll be in and out of the episode. We're here to bring you wrestling news from our point of view. So let's go ahead and talk about the first topic, which is WrestleMania matches. Mike, I'm going to ask you a question. What match at WrestleMania do you think is going to be match of the night?
Match of the night. I'm going to have to go with Taker and Punk on this.
Taker and Punk?
I'm going to have to.
Yeah, I understand that. Richard, what do you think is going to be the best match at WrestleMania 29?
Oh no, I'm kind of thinking Brock Lesnar and Triple H.
Triple H? Oh, that sounds like, yeah, that's going to be a brutal ass match.
I reckon it should have been an I Quit match.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that too. Justin, what do you think?
I'm going to have to go with Mike on this. I think Punk and Taker are going to put on the best show. It's Taker's show, and Punk always puts on great matches.
Yep, I'm going to agree with Mike and Justin on this one. I think CM Punk and The Undertaker will put on probably the best match that we have seen in a very long time, because these men, they've been against each other before, and they've had great matches, and we always know how The Undertaker is at WrestleMania. He always brings it, and if there's anybody that I think could possibly end the streak, it may be Punk. It may just be. Who here thinks that Punk could possibly end the streak?
Nah.
Mike?
I would have to say no, he's not the man that deserves to end the streak.
Justin?
I think Punk can break the streak, but I don't think he will. Not after recent events.
The streak is legendary.
Yep, I don't think anybody could copy or duplicate or achieve the amount of greatness that The Undertaker has gotten at WrestleMania. Now this next match that was just announced on Raw, it would be Team Hell No defending the WWE Tag Team Championships against Big E Langston, who looks just like Quinn Allen over here, and Dolph Ziggler. I'm going to ask each of you what you think about that match. Me personally, I think that it'll be a pretty good match. We get to see what Big E Langston's all about. I've seen him in NXT. He's a very good competitor, and I can't wait to see him on the grandest stage of them all. Justin, I'm going to get your thoughts first.
I think the match is going to be very solid, but I also see a Team Hell No breakup at Mania.
Oh, wow. So you see them breaking up. Why is that?
Because I think it's about time they break up, and why not do it at Mania? Because it's a very loved team.
Yep. All right, Richard, you're next.
I reckon that Team Hell No might retain, because I'm thinking Ziggler might cash in his Money in the Bank that night.
That's a possibility as well. I've also heard that it could, they could make it a triple threat match for the World Heavyweight title, but apparently they're not going to go down that route, which I think that a one-on-one match with Swagger and Del Rio is going to be good, and we're going to talk more about that match later on in the show. Mike, what are your thoughts on the WWE Tag Team title match?
Honestly, it doesn't leave anything to be desired. It's kind of a shame that we have to see Rock and Cena leave. But at the same time, we should have seen both of them pull the WWE title the first time. It would have given it what it needed instead of having to have this second match, which should have already happened last year.
Yep. But with the WWE title match last year, we got CM Punk and Chris Jericho, which was a very good match. Probably one. It was one of the best matches at WrestleMania last year, and it's one of the most underrated matches of 2012.
I reckon it was I reckon it might have been the best.
It may
But
have been.
to top the cell match though.
No, but to be honest with you, last year's Undertaker Triple H match, did anybody else think it was kind of a spot fest? Like, it was just
Yeah,
big spot after big spot after big spot.
it was a spot
It
fest.
was good, but I mean, we've seen that stuff before, you know?
To me, it honestly it felt like their match before, just inside of a cage, and with a Shawn Michaels kick.
Pretty much. And last year I actually thought the Undertaker streak was going to end whenever he got super kicked and then pedigreed, which was a very good spot. I mean, I do like the high spots, but also, I mean, told a story in the match, but also, add a little bit more instead of just, hitting your finisher, your signature move every 5 seconds. But like, with the CM Punk Undertaker match, which is the next topic, I don't think that's going to happen. I think that they're going to put on one hell of a match, and there's going to be a lot in that match. It may be a pretty long match. And can you believe that there's a lot of people that think that CM Punk's going to just get his ass kicked?
I reckon it's gonna be a fairly balanced match. I reckon it's gonna be 5-star match.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
All right, Mike, what are your thoughts? What are more of your thoughts of CM Punk versus The Undertaker?
We've seen CM Punk and The Undertaker face each other on 2 different occasions. One was a submission match where what was supposed to be Montreal Screwjob 2. The other time we saw them face off was actually in a Hell in a Cell match. The Hell in a Cell match between the two was unforgettable, to say the least.
Yeah, their Hell in a Cell match was pretty good. It was kind of short, but it was really good, though. Justin, would you like to elaborate more on Punk versus Taker?
Punk versus Taker is an interesting match because none of us really know who's gonna win. I mean, they've been stated somewhere that Taker said he would lose to Punk, because in the end it's up to Taker whether he keeps a streak or not. But I was convinced that Punk was gonna win until the passing of Paul Bearer, and I just don't see him winning just because of that.
Yeah, I can understand that. And WWE's been letting him use the Paul Bearer death scenario in his promos and, part of the storyline. And, Paul Bearer's family, I saw in an interview, his son, I think is Michael, he said that his father would have loved to have been a part of the story. So he would have been, like I thought, that Paul Bearer would have been like, hey, the show must go on. Life does go on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The next WrestleMania match that we're going to be talking about is Brock Lesnar versus Triple H in a no-holds-barred match. If Triple H loses, his career is over. Richard, what do you think about that?
God, I can't wait to really see this match. It's going to be the match I'm going to be most looking forward to.
Mike?
How to describe this? Both Triple H and Brock Lesnar are superstars that I consider great back in the Ruthless Aggression era. Their first match off at SummerSlam, classic. There's no doubt in my mind. Their match this time, with Triple H's career on the line, I think we're going to see more or less more of a more physical match than it was last time. That's my honest take.
Yeah, because, I mean, this year, it's no holds barred. And last year, I don't know. I don't think it was no disqualification. I think it was just a regular match.
No, Triple H changed it to no disqualification, no count out.
Oh, okay.
He told the ref not to disqualify anyone and count out anyone.
Oh yeah, that's right. All right, Justin, your turn.
I think the match is gonna be better, but it's really hard to tell with those two because everyone's really expecting this really amazing match at SummerSlam, and to be honest, it was kind of mediocre.
Yeah.
But I think because of the stipulation and the fact that it's WrestleMania, they're going to put on a way better show. As long as there's actually some wrestling and not just an MMA style fight. Because if I want to watch MMA, I'll go watch MMA.
Yeah, I'll go watch UFC or the local stuff, which is V3 out here in Memphis. If I want to see, MMA. Like I don't want to see MMA in a pro wrestling company.
I would rather block Lesnar like how it used to be 10 years ago.
Now, the next match at WrestleMania has stirred a lot of controversy in the world of politics. Hang on one second, Noni. I'm on my show right now. All right, the next match has stirred a lot of controversy in the world of politics. It is Jack Swagger versus Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight Championship. Justin, what are your thoughts on that?
I think this match might be the show stealer. Because...
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think this will be the one that will shock people. Because Del Rio, to me, is an amazing in-ring performer. His mic skills and personality might be a little boring, but in-ring, he's amazing. And the same thing about Jack Swagger. Both are amazing, with Zeb Colter as his manager, fixing his mic skills. It's going to be a brutal and amazing match, and I think Jack Swagger will be walking out the new World Heavyweight Champion.
All right, Richard?
I agree with what he just said, but I reckon that Ziggler will cash in, and Jack and Ziggler will start their feud.
Mike?
Alberto Del Rio, I didn't see doing much when he first stepped into the WWE. I was like, oh, right here comes another Rey Mysterio or Eddie Guerrero wannabe. But after seeing the way he was morphed and shaped himself into the superstar he is, I gotta say that Alberto Del Rio is a very underrated superstar right now, despite the fact that he's the World Heavyweight Champion.
Well, in all honesty, the World Heavyweight Championship has been underrated for the past, 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, it's pretty much just become a prop.
Yep. In my opinion of Jack Swagger versus Alberto, I see Zeb Colter playing a big part in this match. I don't know why, but ever since I saw Dutch Mantel on Raw, I'm telling you, he's played a big part of the storyline, and I think he's going to play a big part in the match at WrestleMania. Now, we could see Dolph Ziggler cashing in and becoming world champion. Now, that would be the smart thing to do because nobody's ever done that before, and Dolph Ziggler has always wanted to make an impact. Now, that would be awesome. I see that happening, and I also see Del Rio retaining because it seems like Del Rio has little to no momentum so far. It looks like Swagger's got all the momentum going into Mania right now, but it could change within the next couple of weeks. We don't know. And now the match that apparently nobody wants to see this match, but I'm keeping an open mind because The Rock put a good match out of Cena last year. For a Cena match, it was good. It is The Rock versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. Arguably the match that should have happened last year, but what's done is done. But for a Cena match, it wasn't very bad. I mean, even my trainer thinks that it was an okay match. It wasn't a technical classic, but it was all right. I say what they need to
torn hamstring last year against Cena.
What I would do is I would book a no DQ match for those two because I want to see what they can do with some weapons. Justin, I'm going to get your thoughts on that.
I think the second match is going to be a lot better. Just for the pure fact that it didn't have that year hype. I think the Rock and Cena 1 it was a decent match. I think the only reason why I got so much hate is because it took that whole year to build up. And if you take a year to build up, you got to put on a performance like no tomorrow. And it failed to deliver. But Rock and Cena 2, since the build is shorter, I think it's going to come out to being a lot better result. I don't think it's going to be a great match, but it's going to be better.
All right, Mike.
I don't know how to respond to this. They don't.
You think it's going to be a good match or a bad match?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a 7.
7. So you think it's going to be pretty good, but just not awesome.
Exactly.
Okay, I can see that. All right, Richard.
Well, do you know when they confronted each other a few weeks ago? I reckon that was better than the whole year hype they had last time.
Yeah.
And I reckon The Rock will retain.
You think The Rock will retain? I think Cena's going to walk out of Mania with the title.
Well, think about it. Fast 6 is coming out. And if The Rock's a champion, that's more money for WWE. That's more promotion.
Yeah, I guess that's right. I didn't think about that.
You know what? That series is a big money maker. So there's that.
Yeah. The
And
next,
another movie coming out that's really big hype. G.I. Joe or something.
I think so.
Yeah, so I reckon you'll hold it for another. I reckon you'll hold to Extreme Rules or something. Because I think Vince will want to bury Rock at Mania like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
This match just confirmed on SmackDown for WrestleMania is The Shield taking on Big Show, Randy Orton, and Jericho. I don't really know what to say about this match just yet because this match was just announced and we don't know if Sheamus, Orton, and Show can all, get along. I mean, we know that Orton and Sheamus can get along, but what about the Big Show? What's his agenda? What's going through his mind? Mike, what do you think?
I think that Big Show wants revenge on the Shield. But in the same time, it's hard to tell what's on the mind, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, do you think that he'll help Sheamus and Orton, or do you think that he'll pussy out, basically?
No, he's not going to wussy out.
All right.
But at the same time, with Big Show's past history, it's hard to be able to say whether or not you can actually trust Big Show. And that's the key. You trust him.
Just like Orton said, I would want that big son of a bitch on my team whether I trusted him or not. All right, Richard, you give your thoughts on the Big Show and Mania and the Shield and whatever.
I don't know what to think of this match. I'm just hoping Orton turns heel and screws Sheamus over and Big Show over. Because ever since he's been face, he's just been boring in my opinion, and he's my favorite wrestler.
Yeah, he's one of Zach Maybone's favorite wrestlers too, and
he needs to be heel. He doesn't work as a face.
He's even stated he likes being a heel.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Justin, go ahead and give your thoughts.
I think it's gonna be a good match. I could smell an Orton heel turn at Mania. I think he'll be the reason. He'll be the reason why the Shield wins. And I think it's gonna be a good match, like all the Shield's matches. Not really too much to say about that one.
Oh yeah. Who's your favorite member of the Shield? While we're on the topic of the Shield, my favorite member is Dean Ambrose.
When it started off, when it comes down to WWE Shield and not counting their indie personas, I'd have to say Roman Reigns. I didn't know who he was when he joined the Shield, but man, has he impressed me. He's just a beast.
He was known in FCW as Lee Aki.
What about Dean Ambrose and CZW? That was awesome.
John Moxley.
Yeah.
All right, Richard, who's your favorite member of the Shield?
Oh no, probably Dean Ambrose because I liked some of his stuff in CZW. It was just nuts.
Mike?
I gotta go Roman Reigns.
All right. And I'm going to ask Quinn this question. Quinn, who is your favorite member of the Shield?
Yeah.
He says Seth Rollins. All right. Why Seth Rollins? Just because he's good? He's
See,
awesome?
if we had to,
One more match that was just announced for WrestleMania from this past Monday Night Raw is Mark Henry versus Ryback. Oh my goodness! I'm actually I can't even talk. I'm so excited for that match. See if I'm fucking up here. So Quinn says he wants Mark Henry to win. To me, it doesn't really matter because I don't care. I mean, it's not really that I don't care in the bad way. It's just that I like both of them. Richard, who do you think's going to win, Mark Henry or Ryback?
Mark Henry. I'm not a fan of Ryback. I just don't like him.
Mike?
I gotta go Ryback also.
Justin?
I think the match is gonna be brutal. It's gonna be intense. It's gonna be a brawl. And as much as I hate to say it, I think Ryback is gonna win because he's gonna have his "oh my god" moment at WrestleMania when he shell shocks Henry.
That would be awesome, and that's why I think Ryback's gonna win. If you twisted my arm and you put a gun to my fucking head right now, I would pick Ryback. Just because Mark Henry, he's getting a little bit up there in age, and he can't really wrestle as well. Hang on one second. All right, sorry about that little delay. Mark Henry's getting up there in age, and looks like his career is going to be ending within the next couple of years. And I think Ryback, he's going to stay in the company for a very long time. So I think Ryback should get his, like Justin said, oh my God moment at Mania. Now, the next topic is we're going to discuss the upcoming Raw because it is the return of the Great One, quote unquote. I don't think he's the Great One. Mike, your thoughts on the return of the quote unquote Great One.
Ooh, you're talking about The Rock, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about the cock. I mean Rock. I mean Croc. I don't know.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Great One, my ass.
Yeah, exactly. So
now, The Rock was great. There's no doubt about that. But to call yourself the Great One, no.
He refers to himself as the greatest of all time. Now, what would be interesting? Mr. John Shouse is messaging me on Facebook right now, so he's listening in. I think about this. What if Cena turned heel at Mania, and then at WrestleMania 30, like if he loses at 29, there's no doubt about it. I think he should turn heel. Then at 30, you have the final confrontation in which John Cena finally wins, which would be good because that's kind of like what Rock and Stone Cold did.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, that'd be kind of like, The Rock, and Cena are kind of like one and the same. But I think the upcoming Raw will further the storylines of the WWE Championship match because we've gotten a lot of story development from CM Punk and The Undertaker, but we haven't got a lot of story development from Cena and The Rock. I want to see more from Cena and The Rock, more than just their back and forth promos. I want to see them fight, for God's sake.
Something.
Yeah.
And also, we can see more about the Intercontinental Championship. Will the Intercontinental title be defended at Mania? We don't know. I hope it is because it hasn't been defended at WrestleMania since 25.
The Intercontinental is defended last year.
28. Sorry, last year. All right. Well, then they should also put the United States title on the line. I mean, Jesus Christ. Now, I know the last time they put that title on the line was 23. And But I mean, Richard, what are your thoughts on the upcoming return of the Great One?
I think it's about time actually, but he's been too busy in Australia and other stuff.
Hmm.
I mean, he
Justin?
could have
Oh, go ahead.
right now because he could have like done via satellite, but he should have just actually been.
If I could just cut in for one moment, I would like to mention that there is one other person besides Jay Styles who is watching right now.
Who's watching right now?
That is the one man that Trey Rocker cannot stand beyond any shadow of a doubt, and that is Torrance Hall Banks.
What's up, Torrance? All right, there goes your little shout out for, I mean, I'm nice to my fans on the show. I mean, if you're a fan of my show, I mean, you're a friend of mine. But you got to remember, Mr. Muncie, that I'm usually in character when I'm bad-mouthing Torrance, except for sometimes. A lot of times, actually. 9 times out of 10, I'm not in character. All right, Justin, what are your thoughts on The Rock coming
I honestly
back
forgot
to
that
Raw?
Brock was the WWE champion.
Yeah.
Thank you, God. See, the WWE champion should be on Raw
See,
every
the thing is,
week.
it's the...
Yeah, but WWE's a business. The more money
Yeah,
they get,
but that's
the happier
besides
they
the
are.
point.
Yeah.
It makes your company look weak when your champion is not even there. And not even mentioned besides stupid little video packages.
Yeah, I agree with everybody on that, though. I'm not looking forward to The Rock coming back, and like Justin said, it kind of makes, a wrestling company whose champion is not always there and makes them look weak and makes their business decision to make him champion kind of stupid. But
they're getting a fair bit of money for it.
yeah, they do get money, but what is the cost? I mean, really, it's like you get more money, but yet your company is just going down the shitter. I don't know.
They're getting promoted more, so
They're getting promoted,
Like
but the
The Rock.
ratings still suck ass.
Yeah. They get that. Yeah, so I mean, you're gonna lose something. It's either you're gonna lose money or
If you
you're
lose the
gonna
ratings, you lose the money.
Then, pretty much. The next topic is, it was just announced on Monday Night Raw that one of my favorite all-time superstars is going into the Hall of Fame, and that man is, oh my goodness, shucky ducky, quack quack, Booker T. He is going into the Hall of Fame, a man that I love to make fun of because he is so funny. Oh my goodness, Justin.
All right, let me tell you,
about
dog.
Booker T, man?
Booker T is no doubt, second to Eddie Guerrero, my favorite wrestler of all time. And it is absolutely amazing to see him get put into the Hall of Fame. The only thing that disappoints me about it is that there are so many greats already going into this class that he might get overshadowed.
And you know what's really odd? No, and I'm not racist, but it's good to see a black man going into the Hall of Fame for once.
What about Dwayne Johnson's dad?
Well, he's more
in it.
Samoan.
Well, but that was 2008. Rocky Johnson? No, he's black.
He's Samoan and African American. Oh right, no, that's right. No, he's African American. Yeah.
All right, Richard, what are your thoughts on Booker T?
I reckon it's great, but I'd love to see him wrestle one more time.
I agree with that. Mike?
I reckon he should have a big WrestleMania match, and like next year's WrestleMania should have one big match and final retire. So
Yeah.
hopefully that happens.
All right, Mike, your thoughts on Booker T?
Honestly, say it's about.
It's about
I can
fucking
honestly
time.
say it's about. And the book he deserves it. 6-time world heavyweight champion, multi-time WCW TV United States Tag Team Champion, multi-time WWE Tag Team Champion, multi-time WWE Intercontinental Champion. Do I need to go on any further?
Oh my goodness, shucky ducky, hip bone connected to the leg bone. You also forgot one of the funniest
Oh my god.
commentators of 2012,
Booker is hilarious on commentary.
2011.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. Hip
oh,
bone
shucky
connected to the
ducky,
leg
quack,
bone.
quack.
I see. I thought the show was over. I had to go to the bathroom, dog. What's another one that he said that was funny? Oh yeah, I see Natalya and Beth Phoenix. They teamed up to create the Divas of Doom. What's their name gonna be next? Salt and black cracked pepper. Oh, and another thing that he said that was real funny. He said, "Look at the eyes on Sin Cara." What the fuck? He's wearing a mask. Jesus Christ. And that one was for Zach Maybone. If you're listening, Zach, that was for you. So hip bones connected to the leg bones, and Booker T is connected to the Hall of Fame now. All right. The next topic is we're going to talk about... Hold up. I'm on my show right now. We're going to talk about TNA for one topic. That's about it. We're going to talk about the Aces and Eight storyline. I think the Aces and Eight storyline is becoming stupid as hell, and I cannot follow it, and I think that I hate it. Mike, what are your thoughts on that?
Aces and Eight storyline. On a positive note for that, I can honestly say thank God that freaking Hulk Hogan is not the leader of that group, nor is Jeff Jarrett. So I say thank God for that. And for Garrett Bischoff being there, what's the damn point?
All right, Richard, you don't watch TNA, and I don't really watch it either. So, I mean, unless you know something about the Aces and Eights.
Oh, I don't give a shit really, but it's good that Bubba Ray's champion.
Yeah, that is the only good thing that is coming out of this is that Bubba Ray Dudley is the TNA World Champion. Justin,
I'm still waiting for Jax Taylor from Sons of Anarchy to come back and get his gimmick from the Aces and Eights.
Yeah? Hang on one second. We're having technical difficulties here. Where the hell did Mike go? Are we still broadcasting? What the hell?
I don't know.
What the hell is going on here?
I'm still recording.
Are we still broadcasting? All right, well, then I guess we'll just continue. Kind of a little technical difficulty there. Mike, are you back? Mike? Are we still broadcasting? Mike?
We are still broadcasting.
All right, good, because sorry about the technical difficulties, people. Don't know what happened there. Justin, you said you were talking about the Sons of Anarchy?
I don't know. Aces and Eights, it was kind of interesting at first, but then it just got to the point where I don't even know what's going on. I really don't. I don't know where they're going with it. It's a bunch of dudes wearing bike gear, attacking people. That's all it is to me.
All right, we lost Mike again, so hopefully we're still broadcasting. If anybody out there can hear me, please send me a message on Facebook.
Okay, we go. Still rolling.
Mike, what's going on with your Skype? All right, we're going to continue with my thoughts on the Ace and Eight storyline, and I think it's stupid as hell, as I said earlier, and I don't like it. So we're just going to go to the next topic, which is Wrestling Fail of the Week, the new segment on my show. And I think everybody will agree on this one. My Wrestling Fail of the Week is Fandango.
Damn, that was mine.
I was gonna say that. I was just reckon it's stupid.
I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, I've seen this guy wrestle before. He's a good wrestler and all, but Jesus Lord, they gave him the wrong gimmick. Fandango. Oh, but Justin, didn't you find it funny whenever the
Yeah,
Collie
Collie
was
trying to say
saying
his name was
Orton?
hilarious.
Fandango. Mike, do we have anybody in the chat box?
Let's see. We have someone called Flyzilla, which his real name is Kevin.
His real name is what?
Kevin? That's what I heard.
His real name is Kevin? Maybe it's Kevin Evans. Hell, maybe it's Kevin McQueen, my wrestling trainer. That'd be...
He
So,
says, bring back Gilbert. Are you high?
Who said that? All right.
I got Kevin. He's Flyzilla. He said, bring back Gilbert. I said, are you high?